Surf, I know that I have got to be the luckiest coach.
These guys play so hard. They love basketball. They love Indiana, and they want to go down and do something special.
It's Indiana. It's Indiana.
Most calendars recognize 4 seasons, but here in South Central Indiana, there are really only 2. There's basketball, and there's getting ready for basketball.
It's a wonderful Simon Thomas Sunday for this is Indiana University basketball.
It's a tradition of winning. It's smart basketball. It's a way of life in the heartland.
Because it will always be bigger than any one individual, than any one moment, than any one period of time.
But to be able to circle back and come back home and coach Indiana University basketball means a great deal to me.
basketball. Please join us in celebrating America's freedom, those who now protect it, and to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. With the Big Red Basketball Pep Band, directed by Associate Professor Eric Smedley, we welcome a Rudy Distinguished Professor, Tachina Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the herald light o'er the ramparts we watched were so proudly streamed.
More than 50 years ago, they opened the doors to Simon Scott Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, but little did they know at that time these two blue bloods, UCLA and Indiana, would be in the same conference at some point. Normally they run into each other in the NCAA tournament, but in the expanded Big Ten, here we are. Jason Benetti, Robbie Hummel for Big Ten basketball tonight, and a UCLA team that was playing as good a basketball as anybody in the league. Winners of 7 straight until an ill-fated trip to Champaign.
Well, you know, you go into Champaign, you're down 16 with 4 to play, but a valiant effort to get back into that one. Mick Cronin happy with the resiliency that he saw, and Tyler Bilodeau was a big part of doing just that. Big Ten high 25 points, knocked down a career high 7 3-pointers in that game. He can certainly be a matchup problem. A lot of drop coverage, gave him open looks. Umar Bala will guard him. Malik Renew will guard him. Those guys will be in the drop. Tyler Bilodeau will have opportunities to pick and pop tonight.
The question around Indiana right now is, with all the upheaval, what if they got hot? What if the Michigan State game wasn't a mirage?
Well, and the thing is, you look at Mike DeCourcy's latest bracket, they're only 6 teams away from being in the field with many quad 1 opportunities remaining. You go into East Lansing, that 2-3 zone really got Michigan State out of sorts from an offensive standpoint. Enough play from Malik Renew. Good to see him get healthy. They have opportunities. They've played better outside the Wisconsin game, but the Indiana Hoosiers, with some of these games coming up, they can play their way into the NCAA tournament.
They certainly can. Mini homestand. Purdue is next after this UCLA game, so chances galore for Indiana. UCLA on the road trying to right the ship. This is a pivotal game for both. Tip-off is next.
Okay.
of the hallowed hallways of Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. Two teams, UCLA and Indiana. All you have to do is see like a little patch of color on the jersey and you go, it's those teams. And it's fun to have them together as the starting lineups are sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve. For UCLA, the starting lineup that you would expect. Rob, you mentioned Bilodeau off the 25 points last time out. Indiana has gotten great minutes from Anthony Leal recently. Mackenzie Mbako, a big-time scorer at 13 a game. And Umar Ballo, who's averaging nearly a double-double this year. How deep will UCLA be at the center position with the illness that Daimara has been dealing with? Indiana got a lot of mileage out of post touches in that Michigan State game.
But they also saw a lot of single coverage, and UCLA is not going to allow that. They'll put two on the ball and pick and roll. They'll be aggressive. They're going to hard hedge, and on any post-ups, there's going to be a post-double coming over to protect Bilodeau, and certainly with a Daimara, because he's given up a good 25 pounds to Ballo.
6th year for Mick Cronin, taking UCLA to here at Assembly Hall for the first time as the head coach of the Bruins. They had a couple of days in between that Illinois game, so they got to see the middle of the Midwest. And Mike Woodson, obviously the coaching change going to happen, we've heard about, but you know, there's something about teams that have that happen in the middle of this season.
Well, and just maybe a freeing feeling, like the pressure has dissipated, some of the noise goes away, but they've played better. We saw them at Purdue. They were right there. Some late game execution that gets away from them, costs them the game. Same thing with Maryland. A lot of similarities in the Michigan game. I think we'll see some 2-3 zone tonight. They've done that. UCLA, an okay shooting team from the perimeter, but this game is going to be about toughness and physicality. Indiana going to have to get on the boards. UCLA is looking to turn you over.
Indiana has it first through Trey Galloway to Anthony Leal, an Indiana team whose net rating is 53 starting play today. Not a tournament team yet. Umar Ballo down low is fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws. 14 seconds in a post touch.
Well, the spacing is excellent for Indiana. Everybody running above that foul line, coming to the strong side of the ball, and Ballo is so effective at just pushing his man up the lane. Indiana early on going over the top and getting a touch for Umar.
Foul trouble has been a bit of an issue recently for him. 2 disqualifications the last 4 games. And free throw shooting has improved for him as that one is good.
This is Umar Ballo has gotten in foul trouble. Malik Renew has found a way to avoid it. But those two guys throughout this season, foul trouble has been a huge storyline.
Foul was on Kobe Johnson, his first, and that is big news as well. Kobe Johnson, such a willing defender for this team. He plays very much in Mick Cronin's style. A little pressure off of the free throw. We'll see if they sink into the zone. In the corner, that's a 3, and Bilodeau starts right where he left off against Illinois.
They tried to sink into that 2-3 zone, but Mackenzie Mbako on the basketball and then has to take Bilodeau there. Nice job by UCLA of being aggressive, looking to attack, and Bilodeau is looking to let that thing fly.
He's playing with immense confidence in three-point range at 43% for the year.
This is a fun matchup here with Kobe Johnson and Mackenzie Mbako locking up, and that's a good sign because Mbako, a quiet night at Michigan State, had 7 points. 5 of those came from the foul line. We saw him in the Purdue game. His shot diet of 2s and 3s I thought was phenomenal. We'll see if he can get that mixture tonight.
He has not shot it well from 3 recently. 2 for his last 14. Into that zone defense, and UCLA will send it through Dylan Andrews. The crowd is loving the defensive effort right now. Andrews misses the 3, 1 and done for UCLA.
UCLA is going to have to find a way to get to the middle of that zone. Everything on the perimeter, never got any type of penetration with the bounce or the pass.
Bilodeau is an interesting cat in the high post.
I think he's a great candidate to flash in there.
Goody in the corner, doesn't need much room. He missed that one, and it's chopped out of bounds to Indiana.
This is going to be a fascinating battle of field goals attempted and who can get more of them, because Indiana's going to try to do it on the offensive glass, and UCLA will try to do it with their pressure and turning you over.
Indiana's still 21st in the country in points off 2-point field goals this year, but Goody is really the difference maker from 3. Mbako showed the screen.
There's that hard hedge. UCLA going to be very aggressive with it.
He's cut by Mbako. Second chance for him on the offensive glass, as you said, and a whistle against the Bruins.
There's going to be opportunities for Indiana to cut because UCLA is going to show multiple defenders at Oumar Ballo. You got 2 on the basketball there. Initially, Eric Daly's trying to get back, but Mbako from that weak side cutting in there.
So out of bounds to Indiana. Anthony Leal skates into the block.
Anthony Leal just makes things happen. He's a winning player. You look at his numbers. He started the last 7 games. He's playing 26 minutes a ball game. He guards. He plays hard. Anthony Leal, a competitor.
You alluded to it right before tip, but a cloud feels like it's been lifted off of Indiana. And the energy from Goody is exceptional. Galloway on the lob. Couldn't corral it from Leal, who got it back. Galloway did, and they stepped on the sideline.
If you've got a guy like Cohen Carr running the wing, throw it up. And I like Trey Galloway a lot as a player. But for Leal there, that should probably be the textbook bounce pass for the layup. And Galloway, I know he can dunk. I'm just saying, you know, you're trying to get this crowd into it. You've got that momentum going, but that's just not the smartest play you're going to make.
Adrenaline's a funny thing,
no question.
Screen from Daly was a pretty good one.
Good job by Trey Galloway coming over and taking that. That's a foul that Ballo cannot afford to take.
You just don't need it, and if there's a legitimate foul later, meaning body to body,
no question,
then you wear this one for sure.
But I like that Bilodeau is flashing into the high post. There's plenty of contact. You can easily hear the slap, and Oumar Ballo knew it immediately.
What an interesting, intriguing post matchup with how versatile Bilodeau is out of the high post and from 3, and Oumar Ballo down low.
Well, 2 flips the matchup. Bilodeau's going to take you outside. He can face and play. He likes to face and pull from the mid post. He can pick and pop, but can he handle the physicality and size of Oumar Ballo? Indiana would be wise with the way UCLA is going to want to post trap to post Ballo in the middle of the floor, because it takes away the weak side and you get Ballo with some ducking, some one-on-one.
Can he handle the physicality? He played hockey growing up, Bilodeau. Dad was 12 years in pro hockey.
Junior hockey, I don't know if that's helping you with 6'10", 275.
I think you might be right. And Mbako on a drive. Off the shot fake. There's the 2 you're talking about.
That's exactly what we saw in that Purdue game. You got to respect his ability to shoot, even with the recent struggles. Shot fake, put it on the floor, and live at the rim.
I'm glad you said that early. That was the exact decision you're talking about, because he had a window for a 3 there. Daly a little hesitant, and he still splashes it down.
Came off his hand. Kind of funky there. Eric Daly, another candidate that would be a good guy to flash into the middle of that 2-3. He's been struggling. 3 straight games in single digits. Didn't defend all that well at Illinois. They need to get him going.
Well, he hasn't played Oregon in a couple weeks. Do you blame him? Got 40 points against Oregon.
Dane Altman says, please, I don't want to see you anymore.
Mbako sizing up Stefanovic, and he scores again.
When he kept it high, you've got to be aware. Kobe Johnson, and Johnson has earned this right. If you turn your back on him, he's going to come and look to take it away from you. Nice job by Mbako, that tight spin move, and then using his size.
Very efficient so far offensively to 10 points in 4 minutes.
How about Indiana, a team that's played 5% of zone defense, 95% man-to-man, and that's pretty much all we've seen tonight.
Somewhere Jim Boeheim is very thrilled. 2 for Daly.
See, I told you it worked.
Oh my God. You spent way too much time in Syracuse to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, Raf does a good one too. Here is Leal.
Indiana Big's going to have the chance to slip out here too. If UCLA is getting extended on these hedges, you're a big, you take that thing to the rim.
It was intended for Leal. He's going to chuck it up. Late shot clock and miss everything, and no transition opportunity for UCLA. This is everything you could want in a college basketball game early.
Well, so much on the line. UCLA trying to stay in that conversation for the double bye. Indiana trying to make the NCAA tournament. Mackenzie Mbako, what a start for him. 6 early ones.